All right. So, welcome to our first AMA. We are at the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, or also the Paradise Garden Grill. You can kind of hear the band in the background. If you've ever been here, this is a really wonderful place to just kind of chill out for an hour. You can really lose yourself here, don't you think?
You could easily.
Yeah.
And the food is good.
When they got that little band chilling out in the back, the lighting here, you can't see it. The camera's fixed, so I can't show you what I was going to show you. But there's popcorn lighting and
popcorn lights everywhere.
I love popcorn lights. Totally love popcorn lights. Okay. So this is our first AMA. We've got a whole bunch of questions here from our friends at Fresh Baked on the Facebook page and some also from Instagram. So I'm just going to grab a couple, but I do want to start with Hector because Hector, he sent us quite a few. Hector Macias sent us quite a few, and some of them are really food related. So
what do you want to know, Hector?
Hector wants to know, Romy, about turkey legs. He wants to know, do they taste, well, how does he say it? Soft and melty, or slightly tough and turkey?
I think they're soft and melty. I think they're scrumptious.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty darn good. The meat falls off. Yeah. You don't have to try that hard to eat it.
Yeah, I would go soft and melty.
I would go soft and melty.
The only problem is that they are a little salty.
A little salty.
If that's, if you got a problem with that, then,
They don't taste much like your turkey dinner.
No, it's definitely not the kind of turkey you'd have at turkey dinner. No, not at all.
It's like you straight killed that turkey, slayed him, and now you're eating it.
Actually, I think it tastes more like ham.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it?
It does taste like ham.
All right. He also wants to know who has the best corn dogs. The corn dogs at the wagon over there by Town Square.
Right.
Or not Town Square, the Hub.
The Hub.
Or the ones over here in DCA at the Corn Dog Castle.
At Corn Dog Castle, but there's also award-winning wieners.
No, they don't serve.
But they don't serve corn dogs.
No, they did for a while.
I'm going with Corn Dog Castle.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were the same. They're not the same.
I don't know, but that's what I'm going with.
I'll be honest, I've never had one at the Corn Dog Castle.
I don't remember having them at the Hub, so maybe we both need to go try the other one.
I've had a corn dog from the wagon, and I love it. Also, the ones at the Stage Door Cafe.
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
They're good no matter where you go.
They're good. They're really good.
And now, since he's really hungry, the next thing he wants to know is what is the best bathroom in the park?
Oh, that's a good question.
I actually don't have an answer for this.
Okay, give me a second, because I know my bathroom.
The fanciest, or like
no, I get his question. I totally get his question. Like good lighting, cleanliness.
Okay, cleanliness I can get with.
Okay, there's bathrooms that are dark. Like you walk in and it's dark. I don't like that.
I feel there are certain bathrooms I'm not comfortable going in.
Right, so I
prefer, the one I just went into.
I prefer good lighting, cleanliness. It doesn't smell or stink. Right. And I don't want line. I want to just walk in and go to the bathroom.
I think I have mine. I got mine.
Maybe the Tomorrowland bathroom. If not that one, the Alice in Wonderland bathroom.
Alice is good. Twilight is at the bottom of my list for the men's rooms. That is a nightmare.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the women's isn't bad.
No, I don't like the Tomorrowland. But my favorite one is actually the one by the Troubadour Tavern where Mickey and the Magical Map.
Mickey and the Magical Map? Good bathroom.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Bathroom.
They're themed well, which I love, right? Because it's kind of a princess kind of thing. But they're nice, they're clean, they're themed well inside.
Well,
and
Alice in Wonderland has a great themed bathroom.
That's true.
The outside is really ornate, and they've got queens.
That's true.
The Queen of Hearts is above the woman's, and then you walk in, and every door stall has a different card on it. So
that's true.
Ace of Spades, red, Two of Hearts, whatever. Every door is a card. That's awesome.
All right,
I like
good.
That.
Yeah, okay. So either Snow White or Snow White, no, Alice in Wonderland, or the Troubadour in Fantasyland. Both in Fantasyland. Yep. All right, what else we got here? Okay, here's a pretty standard one, but I like to answer this question. Colby Virgin wants to know what is our favorite season at Disneyland?
What's your favorite season?
Okay, I'll answer this first. It's easy to say Christmas, but actually my favorite season is Halloween. I think that Disneyland is best at Halloween.
I wasn't even going to say Christmas. Christmas.
Yeah, it's the most fun. First of all, the Christmas is nice. It's decorated well, but it's not fun.
Not only that, but to me, I feel like Christmas is so universal. You can get Christmas magic a lot of places.
That's true.
Unfortunately, people forgot that Halloween was awesome, and as years have gone by, Halloween just isn't celebrated that much outwards, and Disneyland has not forgotten about it.
Plus, she's a witch, so.
Plus, I'm a witch. That's kind of my New Year's, so I'm kind of all about it.
All right, Anthony wants to know, do we anticipate another expansion in the parks? Now, we're not insiders, so I actually...
Yeah,
But I would say, yeah, for sure.
I don't see why not.
I mean, everything is leaning that way. It's going to happen. We just don't know when.
Disneyland's never going to be done, so...
Right. But we don't know anything more than you might find somewhere else.
Where? Where are they going to...
Well, the most obvious is the Toy Story parking lot.
Oh, okay.
They're expanding their ownership of the property in that area.
Oh, okay.
But that could be a third gate.
All right.
But there's also parks in the back, kind of where the Big Thunder Ranch Jamboree is.
Right.
There's property behind that as well that you could sort of build out on.
Okay.
So you could put some more stuff there.
See that?
Okay, so there's that. John Sanger wants to know, what is our favorite or most clever hidden Mickey? Don't say the one because you know which one I would say.
No, I don't.
We talked about it today. Yeah. That's okay, I'll cut that.
Okay, yeah, that's not my favorite.
I have mine. I can't wait to hear hers.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. It's a tie. I have a tie.
Clock says
I have a tie. I have two favorites. Okay. When you are entering the battle scene of Tyrants and Barbosa's over here blowing up this side and the walls over that side, there is a Mickey in the cannon.
Right.
The cannons come out of the wall.
So there's a hole.
There's a hole where the cannons are.
That's a good one.
That's a Mickey one.
You have to go past it a little bit.
Right. And you just gotta look, see it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay?
It doesn't show up always. It's a perspective thing. It has to.
Haunted Mansion, ballroom, plate, saucers.
That's a classic. That's a classic. Mine's another perspective one. My favorite is the one on the Matterhorn. They put a hole. Well, I'll put a picture up here. You can see it, but there's a hole in the Matterhorn that, seen from the correct angle, looks like a hidden Mickey. If you see it from straight on, you can't.
Any other angle, it just looks like
it has to be off to the left a little bit.
They did a good job. They made it look like it was just a crack in the wall.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a natural hole in the wall, but it's not.
In the mountain.
Yeah.
It's not.
But that's my favorite one.
It's a good question. I like that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I like that one.
Okay, Christy Beckwith, our friend in England.
I know Christy Beckwith.
Yes.
Hi, Christy.
She wants to know if we trade pins, and if so, where do we like to trade? Unfortunately, we don't trade pins.
We don't trade pins. I accept pins.
Yeah. Oh, there's no prejudice here.
But I don't trade them. My brother does trade, so if anyone wants to trade with my brother.
But I would say that if you are looking to trade at Disneyland, the best place is probably in Frontierland. Frontierland next to the shooting exposition is probably the best place to trade.
Easy.
Yeah. That's where you get the most game traders. They have a huge meetup at the Rancho del Zocalo.
Big old meetup.
Oh my God.
People with straight books.
Yeah, it's like a convention.
They open up books and it's all kids.
Let's see. All right, here's a topical one. Daniel Diaz wants to know, what do we think of Disneyland putting Nashville at the Big Thunder Ranch? That says it all right there. You see that look she just gave? That says it all right there. I roll my eyes at you.
It's natural. It just happens.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
God.
That's stupid. Okay.
Stupid.
I don't usually like to take offensive stances when it comes to Disney.
Right, and I don't even care about that show. I'm not even saying that the show is stupid. If you like it, cool.
I don't want Nashville.
Get it out of my park.
Yeah, get out of my park.
Get out of my park.
All right. Let's see. Okay, Susan Burns wants to know, Romy, what is your favorite ride or attraction that no longer exists in the park? This is easy, really.
I'm not old enough for that.
Well, you could still, okay, but nothing's really gone since.
No, I'm not old enough for that. There's nothing that I rode as a child that I could remember that isn't here today. Because I know that I was on rides in Tomorrowland, but I couldn't tell you which ones they were. I think it was the one on the track up there.
People Mover.
Not the People Mover. Was that the people mover?
In Tomorrowland?
Did it ever change to something else?
Yeah, Rocket Rods.
I went on Rocket Rods.
Okay.
Okay, I went on Rocket Rods.
And it's Rocket Rods that killed the people mover.
Well, I went on that. I vaguely have a memory, so that's my answer.
Well, that's a good answer. That's my answer also, but mine would be the people mover, not the Rocket Rods. I have that poster still up in my room. I miss the people mover so much, and I'm a lo-fi guy. I'm an analog guy. I like things that are, slow and give you, a kind of easy perspective on things, a unique perspective. It's a view you can't get.
Unique.
You cannot get that view anywhere else in the park.
Unique.
There's video up on YouTube. Check it out if you get a chance. If you haven't, if you're young like Romy here, look up People Mover on YouTube, and you'll be surprised. It's like a 30-minute ride almost too. It takes forever, but it takes you through all of Tomorrowland. It takes you through all of it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember that enough.
To the point, I love People Mover so much. I would rather than leave the tracks there and do nothing with it.
And do nothing, right?
I just like the idea that it's still there.
I can appreciate that it's still there for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's one from our friend Melody. Hi, Melody.
Hi, Melody.
Mama Mainville.
Hi, Melody and family.
Melody wants to know, I know every trip you do has its best times.
Of course.
It's wonderful pastimes in the park.
Of course.
But what is your overall favorite pastime at Disneyland?
My overall favorite pastime at Disneyland.
I gotta think about that one now.
People watching.
That's a good one.
I love it. If I'm waiting for because I'm the old lady that can't go on spinny rides, so if I'm sitting on the old lady bench waiting, I love to people watch.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
I love to see all kinds of people. I love all the little kids in their costumes and their smiles. I love the crazy foreigners with maps in their hands running to the next spot.
Oh, I love seeing people with maps in their hands because that means they've never been there before.
Yeah, they got the maps in their hands and they're pointing and pointing and pointing and
Where
pointing.
is it?
Love it. Love it.
Love it so much.
Yeah, people
I want to
watching.
just give those people a hug.
Yeah,
I really
people
do.
watching for sure.
Yeah.
And then, because then you just see random little moments like that was so cute. That
the girl in the duck.
the baby Donald Duck.
Oh my god, that was cute today. We saw that.
Or you see really rare moments, like for instance, earlier I saw a woman get ran over by another woman, and then a cast member came in
that was cool.
and apologized on behalf of that woman.
For the guest.
That is
Disney.
so awesome.
That's
and
the Disney
you wouldn't
way.
catch it if you weren't people watching.
That's the Disney way for sure.
Yep.
For me, I think. I do people moving or people watching is people moving. People watching is pretty awesome, and I do enjoy that. I like to just sit in places sometimes and just like we're doing here. I could do this for half an hour.
Yeah, easy.
But to kind of, I think I would have to say, as far as a pastime goes, because really riding roller coasters isn't a pastime. I would say the Main Street vehicles. I don't.
That's a Disney experience.
Yeah, I feel like I'm shaking hands with Walt when I do that.
No, seriously, I took my mom on the fire engine last time, and
oh right, it's magical.
At the end, she got off and was like, "We're never walking down Main Street again. We're never walking down Main Street again."
It's not. It's the long way to get to the castle. It's the long way. But the horn and the wavers and the guy in the little spiel, if they're on the omnibus, the guy with the spiel, or the horseless carriage guy has a little speech too. The fire engine has a little bell you can ring.
Right.
It's all
original.
dude. It's so wonderful. And the horse-drawn carriage.
Right.
The clip clop. That sound.
Clip clop.
The clip clop of the horses.
That's a Disney horse right there. You know it.
So I would say that's probably my favorite pastime.
I like that answer.
Thanks, Mel.
Yeah, good question, Melody.
Okay, so Michelle, I don't even know how to say your name. I'm gonna try it because it looks kind of Polish, I
Ooh,
think.
let me see. Ooh.
Jirasa Kolwichik. Kolwick. Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Tell us, Michelle.
Michelle wants to know, she hasn't seen the Disney Ninja for a bit. How's he doing?
Oh, my boyfriend. Don't remind me.
He actually comes up in our podcast that you will be seeing before we release this video. The podcast, we just did another podcast earlier this week.
Yep.
That's going to go up tonight. No, tomorrow. It's going to go up tomorrow. But we talk about the Ninja a little bit. The Ninja has retired from Fresh Baked, more or less. He's just not into Disneyland, like he should be, I guess. But He's doing great. He's doing well.
He's the definition of a teen. What do you want?
He's really growing into being a teenager. He's got girlfriends.
He thinks he's his own person.
Yeah.
He thinks he's his own individual person with a brain for himself. Okay.
He's ready to pay rent, that boy.
And apparently, this girlfriend means nothing. He's moved on from me, and he's got other girlfriends.
You know what? You're right. You're not in the picture anymore. You know what? It's not you, it's him. But he's just not that into you.
I don't take that. I don't accept it, Ninja.
He's just not that into you.
He's just not that into me. How sad.
All right, let's. Here we go. Dana has got 2 food-related questions for us.
All right.
Standard stuff, but I think it's worth answering. I'm sorry, Gamliel?
Gamlo.
Okay, I think that's right. She wants to know, A, what is the best entree or dish in the country? Mine's easy, so I'll just stand back. Okay, she's gonna think. I'm gonna say the French dip at the French market, or the beef dip at the French market in New Orleans Square is a singular sensation in the beef dip world. I'm a connoisseur of beef dips. I have them everywhere I go, and that is the best one I've ever had. Hands down. Love it. Go.
Clam chowder bowl.
Hey, they say neighborhood. We were just having a fight, actually.
Yeah.
I could have sworn, well, they did. The clam chowders used to also be at French market, but apparently they aren't anymore.
Not anymore.
You can only get them now at... Can you get them at the...
So there's a spot right outside, like Haunted, or
yes,
Pirates.
what do they call the Harbor Galley?
Yeah, the Harbor Galley.
Harbor Galley or the Point Royal...
Yeah, or the one next to Port Royal.
Royal Street Veranda.
Yeah.
Royal Street Veranda, yeah.
And that's what I've been eating at Disneyland since I was a little kid.
That's very good. That's in my top 10.
That's my favorite. That's my go-to.
She also wants to know what's your favorite treat or snack. That's a hard one. I love so much.
Wow. Honestly, it changes because they bring in little random desserts.
It does. She's right. It changes all the time.
They bring in random desserts to the random restaurants.
But there are things that they've always served, like churros or candied apple
but
or
those
whatever.
aren't doing it for me.
I love churros.
I love churros too, but
You should get a churro next time you're here. Just do that.
Honestly, I don't think that the Disney churros are much different than your fair churro.
Well, fair food is good, just like Disneyland food is.
Right.
So there's that. I mean, fair food has its own. Right. I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't say Disneyland churros are the best. By the way, I'm not even picking churros yet, so let's get off churros.
Yeah. You know what?
Well, I'm going to say, while she's thinking, again, I think that the most classic thing for me is peanut brittle. Peanut brittle or English toffee.
No, the English toffee.
English toffee.
Freshly
and the fact that you can watch them make it, makes it all the better. Yeah, I think I might have to go with. It's either English toffee or peanut brittle, but it's probably English toffee.
Yeah, English toffee.
So we agree. Let's see, what else do we got here? Okay, this one comes from Sharice Coleman. This is addressed to me. It says, Sarah is the best. No, she's not. No, I agree, Sarah is the best. It's not a question, but I just wanted to put that out there for Sarah. Not much of an AMA.
Hey, but I like it. I like the way you think.
Well, speaking of which, Francisco Mejia, on the same he doesn't have a question, he has only a comment. He says, and this is going to make you cry a little bit, I love you both. You are 2 great people, Fresh Baked. Isn't that sweet?
You're a great person.
Thank you, Francisco. I'm a little misty right now.
Francisco Mejia?
Yeah, you know him.
Yep.
You've probably seen him around.
Hi, Francisco.
He was just here 2 weeks ago. He was here 2 weeks ago. We missed him.
Yeah, I know that
guy. Okay, here's one. I don't know who sent this question, so I'll just have to, you'll probably know who you are, but we get this asked a lot. One, how did we meet?
How did we meet, David?
Okay, we both used to work at the same company. I was her supervisor. I hired her.
He hired me once, and then he hired me again.
I hired her. I hired you twice?
Idiot. For this?
Oh, for Fresh Baked, yeah. It's one of our favorite stories that we tell people who know about us is that she was referred to us, to my the company I worked at, by a friend who worked there also. And she called and she said, hi, I'm Sarah. And I said, you want a job? Is that how it went?
No, you just said, hey, okay, go ahead, come in for an interview. Which wasn't that, I had that before. That wasn't that rare. But then I came in and then you're like.
Yeah, the interview went do you want a job?
Right. And I said, yes.
And so we said,
and then you went, can you use the computer? And I said, yes, I can. And then that was it.
It's funny, in this world, there are very few opportunities that you can have when you meet somebody and I've connected with that person.
Right.
And we're going to be friends.
Right.
Instantly. I think it was automatic.
And you just know.
It's automatic.
Right, and the mere fact that he was asking me, I named questions in an interview, and I was being all smartass and going, yeah, I can use a computer. Yeah, I do want a job. Yeah. And then I got a job.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy thing. So we met at that job, and that's actually how
that's where the baby idea.
The Fresh Baked, because we found out that we were both into Disneyland, and
we gave birth to Fresh Baked,
and out of that this was born. It didn't start actually. It started while we were still. You were at the different company by then.
Right, I had switched companies, but we started it out. For sure, the Disneyland Report had been started.
Disneyland Report had started, yes. I think Fresh Baked also.
I believe so. Yeah, because the cards. We already went through the story of the flashcard.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, this same person asked, what is your favorite show at Disneyland Resort?
Mickey and the Magical Map.
Really?
Yep. I'm not kidding you guys. I was just watching it last week, and again, I get it touches me. It touches my magic.
Does like the Disneyland band count as a show?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's a show. You stand there and you watch them perform, and they leave, and then you're done.
Favorite show?
Yeah, Mickey and the Magical Map. There is some true Disney magic in there, and I appreciate it. Plus, it's super talented singers and dancers, and the choreography is always really good, and everyone's always really energized. So
I'm gonna trump her just now because she's gonna hate herself for not thinking of this.
I already know it.
I'm gonna say Fantastic. I think it's my favorite show.
Of course.
I was thinking the same thing you were. Aladdin,
Going to those shows.
But I think that Fantastic.
Well, I feel like Fantastic should be everyone's answer, so maybe that's why I didn't use that.
But I can't help it. Whenever I see the ending of Fantastic, I get like when Mickey does this little thing, and he's like,
"So imagination."
Yes.
Huh?
Oh my god! And then the fireworks. And
okay, well we were walking through the Esplanade. Is that what that's called?
Yes.
We were walking through the Esplanade to DCA, and then I looked at David and I was like, yes, this is such a good song.
Yeah. I almost stopped to hear the rest of that.
I know, into Fantastic playing in the middle of the day.
Yes.
There's no actual Fantastic going.
Okay, and then she also asked, what is one of the most magical essence of Disney moments, days, times, events, etc. thing that you've experienced in the parks? So I think what she means is like
when
an impromptu sort of
magic?
Yeah, like not necessarily a show or anything, but something that happened that demonstrates it.
I got my story. A few weeks back, I was over in the Grizzly River Run area, and Matthew Wong and his family saw me, stopped me, we chatted, we had a lovely conversation, and I met their beautiful little boys, and I had a great time with them, and I chatted and hugged, and tickled and played, and I did my spiel. And then as they left, a cast member came up to me and put her hand on my shoulder and pulled out an honorary citizen of Disneyland button and told me that because of my Disney magic, that I had earned that button.
Fresh Baked.
And then I almost started crying right in front of her because that had never happened, and I've been going to Disneyland my whole life. So that was absolutely one of those moments where I felt it, man. I felt it. And I didn't even see why I earned it. I was just having fun with the Wong family.
But you did earn it. That's the Disney way.
Yeah, and thank you, cast member, thank you, Wong family, thank you, Walt, thank you.
That's very touching. I wish I was there for that.
I wish you were too, dude. I was ready to call you, David. You missed it.
So I think I would say this is. One day I'm hanging out at Snow White's Grotto, that's where magic happens.
That's a good spot.
You can just park yourself at Snow White's Grotto, and something is going to happen.
Especially because Peter's been going over there lately. So.
But people often really feel the Disney way when they're in the grotto. something comes over you. But I was there, and Snow White was doing a Greek, and I don't know if she had just gotten. I don't remember. Cutest Snow White ever, by the way.
I love that.
Cutest Snow White. I have pictures of her, and I have a little video of this event, so I might be able to show that when we do this AMA. But there was Snow White was. She had just come around through the tunnel to the well, and there was a little girl making a wish. She was kind of sitting over the, with her hands on there, looking down at the well, and just by herself. And I think maybe her mom was taking pictures, something like that. And Snow White, before she started her meet, she came up and she kind of nestles up next to the girl, and she kind of gets up next to her, close to her, and she has a little moment. I'm getting misty right now. She has a little moment with the little girl, and the girl kind of. What made it special was the girl didn't freak out or anything like that. She just shared that moment. She just shared that space.
Like Snow, she got that Snow was the princess that knew what was up.
Like they were friends, and and it was so cute. And she took her time with it. And then throughout the rest of the meet, she did the same thing with a lot of the other girls. This was the sweetest Snow White. She'd get down on one knee and get really close, and it's just so precious and soft and tender.
That's so sweet.
It was so cute. I'm going to try to.
Snow should be.
Yes, and she was the best Snow I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's absolutely awesome.
Best Snow I've ever seen.
That is absolutely part of the Disney magic when the right princess is there.
Yes. Yeah. The friend of whatever. Yeah. Makes it.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the best spot to sit back and take a break? That's from Natalie Cox Yancey. Now, by the way, I want to preface this because I think it's worth saying. That spot, I think it should be a place where you can sit down and not feel like there are places there's nice spots like the Hub. I wouldn't mind hanging out there, but you can't really sit there.
You can't be there all day either. They're going to kick you out when the parade comes.
There's just too many people.
Right.
It's too much. It's
chaos.
Crowded and chaos. So I think that spot I think it should be a place that you can sit and
and not be trampled over.
Yeah. So let's answer it that way.
Okay. Well. Sadly, I'm going to base my answer off what I've been doing lately when I have to charge my phone and I have to find quiet spots.
You're such a phone junkie.
I am a phone junkie. Honestly, I like hanging out in the Animation Academy.
Yeah. Well, you mean the building.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a damn good spot, though. Really.
Isn't that what it's called? Animation?
No, the Animation Academy is where you draw.
Oh, you're right.
The building is called. It's just called the Animation
Building. Yeah, Animation Building. Okay, yeah. The Animation Building itself. Anywhere in there.
There is some seating there, or you can just sit on the floor.
Or you can sit on the floor, or in the room with the Toy Story. That's where I charge my phone.
Oh, is that where you go?
And you can still see the whole entire room and hear all of the music going on and stuff.
Got it. Yeah.
I like that area.
Okay. Well, I think that I'm going to pick. And again, I think I'm prefacing this because I like a place where I can get quiet, be able to sit uninterrupted, and still have something to entertain me.
Yep.
Flo's V8 Cafe, the outside seating of Flo's, right where you can watch the cars go by.
Right. You just talked to someone about that recently.
Yeah. All right, sorry guys, we had a little technical difficulties there. I was in the middle of saying something about Radiator Springs. The angle might be a little different now, I guess.
Yes, we moved.
But okay, so we were saying if you want a nice place to sit back and relax without being bothered, you don't get trampled, and you have something to do, something that's interesting. Radiator Springs Racers, where you can, at the back of Flo's V8 Cafe.
Go to the back of Flo's.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know what? There is one more I wanted to do, maybe two. Well, all right. Last one. Then we're just gonna wrap it up here. This is one we got from Instagram. We don't know who sent this.
I apologize. I didn't grab the name, but it was only from one person, so you know who you are.
All right. And he or she wants to know if we could put any ride or attraction in our backyard. And we'll just imagine that I have a backyard, which I don't, but if I did, because I live in an apartment. Now, meanwhile, she lives, the whole city is her backyard, practically.
Yeah. I live out in Boonies,
out in the
farmland.
If you could put any ride or attraction in your backyard, what would it be?
POTC.
That's just your favorite ride.
I know, but if I could walk outside and smell that in my backyard...
Instead of coyote crap.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Pirates of the Caribbean, that's the short
Pirates,
answer?
that's my answer. Plain and simple. And I would ride it every day and not get sick of it.
Well, I think I have always wanted, and someday it's going to happen, when I have the means to do it, I've always wanted a treehouse.
Okay, I can see that.
So I want Tarzan's treehouse in my backyard.
That's cool.
I could definitely, but it has to be, what do you call it? Like livable.
Okay.
So I can go up there and watch,
Not like
TV.
a sink and a TV.
Well, maybe, I want to at least be able to watch TV and maybe have a fridge or something that I can, enjoy whatever my time up there. But I would like to have Tarzan's treehouse in my backyard, I think.
All right, so somebody get him Tarzan's treehouse and somebody get me Pirates.
All right, you guys on that? Have a crowd, we'll do what do they call that? Crowdfunding? Crowdsourcing?
Yeah.
Maybe that happened, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what? I wanted to answer this question. So we'll wrap it up with this one. This is our last one because we're almost out of out of memory here. What is the biggest flop? Which attraction is the biggest flop?
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like that
Didn't
at
work
all.
for you, huh?
I did not like it. Not only did I not like it, it made my brother cry.
Are you scared?
Something came out at us. I don't remember which part, but something came out at us, and he just he did not like it when he was little. So, and I think I saw that show once or twice, and I never wanted to ever go back in again.
I have no desire to see that
I
again.
never wanted to go back in again. And then when it wasn't there, I was like this. So, yeah, that's my quick answer.
I'm going to say rocket rods, I think. For a number of reasons, but they didn't plan that right at all. They didn't plan it at all because they didn't understand the structural integrity of the foundation on which it was being ridden on. That track could not support a cart of that size going at those speeds. That's the reason it killed the track. That ride killed the track, and that's why we don't have a people mover anymore. They thought they were going to make it, and I blame, who's that guy? Eisner. I blame Michael Eisner. But that's.
I was going to say, it's not Eisner, right? That's too close, but it is.
Iger, right?
But it is.
Anyway, that would be Rocket Rods is a dismal fair, an awful ride, and it didn't work out, and it's killed part of Tomorrowland, and it wasn't even fun while you rode it. It didn't work out. You had to keep stopping, like you'd be going fast, and then in order to make the turn, you had to almost come to a stop, right? In order to make the turn.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that ride.
They didn't think it out at all. They didn't think it out. And I think that's it. That's all I got.
That's it.
Let's wrap this AMA. What do you guys think? Was that fun? You guys want to see this again?
Did we answer some good questions for you?
I hope so.
Do you feel like you know Fresh Baked a little bit more now?
I hope they did.
I hope so. I gave you some personal information.
A little bit. All right. Well, we have a date with the World of Color, so we're going to go do that next. Until then, Fresh Baked.
Fresh Baked.